We kind of smell
like bananas.
my favorite little things. Hello everybody. Happy Tuesday.
I think that validates what you said to Luca, Benjima.
Yes, you caused this. No, you didn't.
You're welcome.
So what has happened is, the other day Tifa was already asleep and I was scrolling through like 4 or 5 TikToks.
True story, I was asleep.
Yeah, for like 2.5 hours. And as I went deeper and deeper into the TikTok shorts rabbit hole, I came across the "you kinda smell like a Barker Aaron Yeager" meme. And I don't know why. I don't recall us watching or liking any of those kinds of videos. Maybe it's because of the like funny / cute dog videos we've seen and liked.
Probably because it was stitched with a dog.
Yeah, with a Shiba. But ever since then, the "you smell like a Barker" has just been living rent-free in my head. And
he made sure everyone knows, like, I kid you not, the entire day he's like, "You kind of smell like a Barker, Tifa."
So
and this morning,
we had to do it.
Like, this morning when I woke up, I kind of forgot about it, and he's like looking at me dead serious, and I'm like, "I don't stink that bad." And he's like, "You kind of smell." I'm like, "What?" Like a Barker. I'm like, it's a thing now.
I can't say anything in my defense other than somebody made this, and it's. After seeing it once, I was confused, and then it, they autoplay, and then I watched it a second time, and then I began to understand the words, and then I watched it a third time, and then the next time I paid attention, I must have watched it like 30 times, but every time I saw it, I giggled more to myself. And you, the person who first came up with this, I want to tell you that I love your soul. I do not know you as a person, but I can tell you that there is some part of your capacity for humanity and greatness that I have fallen in love with, and I want to thank you for that.
I think we've now seen like every version there is out there, because TikTok has a really good algorithm.
Yeah, that it shows me things I didn't know I wanted in my life.
I will link it.
Hello Skinner, congrats on being first, second and third. Nice. Hello Benjima. Hello Fody, I hope you're feeling better. Hello Honest Psycho. Hello Tifa. Did I miss anybody? Hello everyone. How are you all doing?
Happy whatever day it is, because
Tuesday.
I forgot.
It's Tuesday. And I have a boo-boo. Look. I'm not flipping anybody off, I'm specifically holding my hand like this. Whoop. I rasped a carrot yesterday. And let's just say that the carrot salad I ended up making turned out to have human flesh in it. Yes. You what? I rasped a carrot. You take a carrot, you peel it, you take off all the bits and pieces you don't want to eat. Then you have this tool, we call it a rasp, and then we rasp.
I mean, that's kind of what you get for making a carrot salad. Like,
true, fair. Yeah.
I mean, like, why?
Carrot 1, Jack 0.
Yeah.
I mean,
still a vegan salad. I mean, well.
That's true. Yeah.
I gave him great tips on how to get rid of that wound, but.
You told me today when I was making dinner before the stream that while the oven plate thing is still hot, I should just accidentally hold my finger onto it.
I mean, it's closed immediately.
Also, great tips. I hate you on this. Yes, that. Yes,
like
that.
rasp. Yeah. Grating, rasping.
What do you call it?
Like rasp cheese.
Grating?
Or grated cheese? Oh, grating, yeah.
What is rasped cheese?
What is grated cheese called? Wait, does that click on that? Does that have its own name? Because grated cheese is grated cheese, no?
I think in the culinary world the proper term is
shredding cheese.
Grated.
I mean, probably. You're an edgy American, you can say shredded cheese. The steps upstairs? That's the neighbor.
Or somebody is hammering something. I cannot speak anymore. I have bakas in my head.
Excuse me? Do they know what? Oh, it's still allowed. It's only 7. But at 8, if I still hear it, I'm gonna complain.
Please do. Please do, Tifa.
I will.
If you're an edgy American, you can say shredded cheese. I think over here they also label the stuff shredded cheese if they go with the English term. I don't think I've ever seen a bag with grated cheese.
I don't think I've ever seen the English term here. But that's a different matter.
Usually on the back. Of the bag.
I don't recall. I just see the cheese. So. I don't see the letters.
I just eat the cheese.
COVID tests are still showing positive. Still working from home, tired, achy, brain dead. But it's okay. Is it a bit better at least though?
I was gonna say, it doesn't sound good, but does it feel better? Because, you know, there is a journey of healing with these things, and as long as you're feeling as long as you're feeling different, I would say. Because in my experience, what is the worst about being sick is if the symptoms don't change. You know, if they get worse, at least like I can tell, like, okay, this is still going. Like, I don't like the direction, but it's still going. If it just stays the same for like 2 or 3 days, that's when I get freaked out. I'm like, is this the new normal? Did I not appreciate my nose not running enough in my life? I do not want this. I do not need this.
How is Beth doing? Is she still avoiding?
Currently sleeping at least. So here's to that. I find sleeping helps me the most actually.
I mean, yeah, but...
Luca just stole some shredded cheese. Nice, nice. Please enjoy that, Luca.
Shredded cheese is also so nice to just like take some out of the bag and just go.
I'm imagining a piece of cheese in the gym. That would be sick. Like, if you think you're about to go there to do like a little bit of a workout, and then you see this like wheel of cheese just standing there and somehow doing like bicep curls. I mean, the cheese doesn't even have arms, but like the cheese is standing in front of a thing and they just
cheese curls. I see it.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
There. I'm also worried, would like it to end, as I don't want my boss to get angry that I'm taking so much time from home. But also I don't want to get others sick. It's like, he has a choice. Like, do you want to go, or do you want your employees to come in sick and then get the rest sick, which means there's even less productivity, or not?
Yeah, like, I get that the whole work culture is different in America, but I think it's universal that you don't want sick people to show up to work and get other people sick.
Yes, like, I get so annoyed when some of my colleagues go or are at work sick, and then I hear them coughing like all around me, and I'm like, I have a vacation in a couple of days.
Even if you don't, I'm not sick. Can we keep it that way? If you get me
sick now, please don't get me sick now.
Like, I'm not sick. You are sick. That sucks for you. But can we keep it that way? Preferably, we're both healthy.
But I do get it. Sometimes you're just forced into work, but that also sucks.
Also, Skinner, I don't know what your bout with illness did to you, but your hearing must be really affected. Really affected.
It's the accent.
Ah, yes. I think it's a bit of a wanting to hear certain things. At least I have that problem a lot.
Regardless, I'm happy Beth is feeling better. When she wakes up, give our love to Beth as well.
Yes, please. Yes, please. So if I don't feel good to stay at home, but there's also that nagging feeling in my brain that's like no one wants you to work with home. It's different over here. I 100% do not give a fuck if somebody works from home or in the office. I work from home myself. And as long as I can choose, I will keep doing that. And if anybody has a problem with that, that's their problem. Like, just the not having to travel to the office to do the same thing I'm doing from right here. It's like, I didn't know I would love it as much. I knew I would enjoy it. Just the whole time not being spent commuting. But it's become so important to me, I would not want to give it up. you?
I mean, there are plenty of home office positive
Remote
companies.
work.
Or, sorry, remote work is the English term. We call it home office.
Yeah, but you're
Remote
confusing
work-
the Brits because they have a home office is like a ministry.
Yeah, the remote work positive places, like my work also isn't a big fan of it, but they like have to, because otherwise we have 2 days working from home and 3 days we have to be at work, like no exceptions. And I feel like they're doing that already with a lot of, like, we don't want to, but we know times have changed after the pandemic.
We do
so
it
we
because if
kinda
we
have
don't,
to
we
give
don't
it
have
to you.
staff.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Yeah.
that. It's an expectation nowadays.
We do the minimum we can get away with.
Especially for like office work. I fully get there are jobs that you can't do from home.
There are 100%
Absolutely.
things that are better done in person. Like certain conversations. I hate going to work physically. But I understand that there are some conversations better to be had face to face. I get that. But 99% of my work, I work with people all over the place. I don't travel around either way. So either I call them from the office or I call them from here. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
In my case, I understand not every job has that, for example. Like you wouldn't be able to be a butcher and work from home. That would be unhygienic. You know, I don't want the meat at all, but if I were to buy meat, I wouldn't want something that's been butchered on your couch.
I mean, yeah, those are things. I mean, I think that's obvious, but for like an office...
I'd buy your own butchery.
Well, we do have the
I-
latest bit of
Yes.
jack skin. Like, if you like lay it flat in the oven, tiny bit of oil on it. Okay, you know what? Never mind.
Are you telling
Alright.
people to cook the flake of skin I shaved off accidentally?
I mean, people eat all kinds of skin. I'm not a skin person, but...
There should be a cannibalism command. Why isn't there one?
30 minutes in.
Yeah. We need a command for it. Well, you know how that works. Do we not have one? We really don't have one. What the hell?
I mean,
Oh.
we don't need one. It barely happens.
I got this. Is this a good moment? Like,
We don't discuss it often enough to justify a command for it.
no, but I mean, I made this. This happens so often that this exists. I mean,
I'm not even sure why that exists. Like, it was prepared for today, obviously.
Tifa, just the other week, we have cracked over 500 uploads on our YouTube channel. And I know for a fact that there are a lot of streams that we did for a while that didn't end up on the YouTube channel. So I think it's fair to assume technically we're like the 600-700 streams range, I think. Just roundabout. I don't know the actual number.
That could be...
So I can think of about 600 or 700 reasons why this banner exists. Because I made a couple of them, and I made the ones I felt I need the most. And I've talked about it back when we first showed them, but I like to remind everybody, I specifically chose the ones I chose because I feel I would actually use them. Case in point.
I mean, that's not fully true. We do have some that are, like, pointless, if you ask me. Like this one. Like, what do we do with this one?
Game of Thrones Season 8 exists and nobody should watch it.
Like,
Daenerys dies.
No, but seriously, you have this as like a warning.
Yeah.
But especially if you don't announce it, it doesn't count. It's not like spoilers. Maybe we should do that.
Oh,
like,
Tifa
like
says we should
that is a
add
thing.
sound alerts to this, but I can do that.
Yeah, but if you do that, then at least there's like a point to having a written banner that says spoilers. Like, let's say we're going to talk about spoilers. Fody
I would like
walks
to
away
interrupt
from
you
his
there.
phone.
I know this is rude, but I need to interrupt you there. So instead of going, okay, you have a very valid point that for the people who aren't watching but listening in that moment, it would be nice if I get a verbal warning, an audio cue that there would be a spoiler.
Yes, there's no point in a written one.
Okay, I understand you. I get your feedback because a stream is an audio-visual medium and this is just a visual clue. Cool. So let's record an audio sample and I put that in and then we both have what we want.
Spoiler. Spoiler. Spoiler.
You smell like a spoiler.
No, we're not gonna make that a sound effect.
We could. I'm just saying.
Is it gone? Yes,
Yes.
It's gone.
Yes, it is.
Sorry.
I'm so happy I got the little like thingy to work again, the semi board. I still will replace this tablet because this pisses me off. But yes, make it sound like a radio moderator intro. I actually had a similar idea for something completely unrelated, but now that you said that we need to add sounds to these banners, we will do that. Now we have a project for the vacation.
Well, great. There you have it.
Nice, Tifa.
I love that show. On Netflix they have
is really good.
so little episodes though. I wish they had
That's all
some
there
more
are.
on there. Yeah, but they should make more. There's like 5, 6?
I think so, yeah. 5 or 6.
Something like that?
Yeah.
That is so much fun.
Then the world needs more kunk on Earth.
Yes, it does.
Definitely. This is the egg soup my soul needed. You're always welcome.
Egg soup though. I made egg drop soup once before. I suddenly like see it swirling in the back of my mind and it was kind of awkward.
What?
That egg drop soup I once made.
Like
last year, I think it was. I'm just saying. Got to go. Love you all. Peace. Benjima.
Thank you very much.
And Luca, if he's still
all the
around.
same to you.
Bye.
And the same to Luca. See you next time. Bye. So, sorry, how is egg drop soup like a brain?
Well, Fodi mentioned egg soup, and then I suddenly remembered the egg drop soup.
Yes, I followed that, but I'm saying this because how is egg drop soup like your brain? Because that's what I thought you said.
No, that I have it like in the back of my brain somewhere now. Oh, what's this?
That
I have a
soup
dry hair plug
exists?
here.
You're confusing
No,
me.
you're confusing me. I was just talking about egg drop soup.
Oh well. Beth puts a raw egg in her ramen. Makes it almost egg drop. We've never tried raw egg because I hate the texture. I mean, more power to everybody that enjoys it. I would puke. I can barely touch raw egg. Like if I'm cracking eggs to like make pancakes or just scrambled eggs or whatever, I need to wash my fingers immediately. Immediately.
It does get kinda done. If I would put a raw egg in
Not cooked
it...
enough for me. It needs to be dead.
Yeah, you like that. I would just put the egg yellow in, I think. I don't need the saggy
egg
white stuff.
The saggy white stuff while she looks at me. Excuse you? Same Jack, I don't like egg slime. Exactly. Egg needs to be a solid.
I know I'm jumping all over the place now, but saggy white stuff also reminded me of something else. It's been snowing.
It happened one time. Oh. What?
I was not prepared for that. Like you took my scroll brain out of it.
You press this button again. Oh look, hand cream. I've got something to apply to my burns.
For hair self-burn, 100%. But it's been snowing here today.
Yes.
And there's like this super nice white layer and it's crunchy snow, so you know it's the good kind of snow. And at work, I was in a very bad mood today and then I just wanted to have some fun. So I built like a tiny snowman. I took him inside. I'm sorry, Office IT, if you're listening. I made it super safe.
It was dry snow. There was no chance of humidity breaking anything.
Absolutely. I like cleared my colleague's desk to make sure that...
There was foil everywhere. No water damages.
The electronics were out of the way. I'm like putting this little snowman on his desk. And I had like pens for arm. And I have chocolate chips at work that I sometimes put in my oats that I have at work for breakfast. So it had chocolate chip, ice, and then
Tifa is a professional at work breakfaster. She has chocolate chips at work for breakfast.
Little cup. And then I had like this little cap thingy that we put on as a hat, and we found some stones for a button, and it had a little sign, and I put it on my colleague's desk, and now we have a new colleague. But unfortunately, she works best under cold temperatures, so we had to bring her outside, and now she's standing like right at the window,
staring
watching my colleague work. And I hope she'll survive the night because it should be freezing. So I hope.
Psycho would like you to know that Tifa's snow melts.
It was only for a few minutes. She's fine. She's still alive.
The snow co-workers has been placed outside in colder conditions.
The pictures turned out really cute.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. But does the rest of your colleagues, does the rest of the team like the snow person you made?
Yeah, we've been...
Because she seems a bit cold.
One of... yeah, hard of cold. No, she like burns for the business.
But only inside.
Only on the inside. Then we had some fun, like my colleagues made a little sign for her, so now she has a sign on her pen arm with her name, and it says Renate, the grenade. Doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
My Name is Renate. Ich bin eine Granate.
So here's the
something
thing.
Like that.
I need to Germansplain something for a second, I feel like. Honest Psycho, please back me up here. In German, you can say something is the bomb. Like in English, you have the same expression there. But you can also substitute bomb for Granate, a grenade, like a hand grenade. And I don't know when that became a figure of speech in Germany, and I hope it wasn't around 80 years ago.
I have no clue actually. But she has a cute sign, and she's
it's less
happy
common
outside.
than just the bomb.
Yeah. And it's absolutely adorable. And then we had some fun, and we made like introduction emails to introduce her to everyone.
Did you actually send those emails?
No. As a new member of the team, I wish we did though.
You should.
But then people will believe we don't work at all.
And then you have to have a talk with HR because you like excluded them in the hiring process.
I already look like the idiot today because this is where I collected the snow and built
I mean,
a
yes,
snowman.
Tifa, everybody else working around you, and you are shuffling around outside making a snowman.
It wasn't like this inner court thingy that the entire office looks down on. I'm like surrounded by glass.
So everybody watched you while you were building a snowman.
Yeah, basically. It was a little bit awkward.
That's a power move.
But I wanted that snowman done.
Haven't heard that in ages. That's how you can tell how old I am.
It's okay.
I'll take it. Truth be told, my coworker clocks in then eats breakfast every morning and it drives me insane. But does your coworker work at the same time? Because maybe that's just super efficient.
I have the luxury that I don't need to clock in.
Well.
So everyone just comes in. We get a coffee, we get a cup of tea, we have our breakfast, and then we have our meetings, and then we start the day.
My first meeting of the day is to talk to the rest of my colleagues to see what we're all doing in the day and what's going to impede us and stuff. So daily stand-up, and that's just relaxed. If people are having breakfast at the same time, as long as you don't like chew while you're talking, it's fine.
As long as it's not in the way of anything.
Fan of that.
I mean, that is fair.
But nobody does fun. Thankfully.
Yeah, it was really nice. It made my mad day better. So if you're having a mad day and you're having snow, build a snowman.
Are you using Scrum at work? We are working agile-ish. That's the best way I can explain it. Like we've all seen the Scrum books and how things work according to Scrum, and we try to adapt what we can. It's just that not everything is always done the way it's in the textbooks. Just took an agile course. Nice. I hope it's useful for you. Scrum, yes.
It's part of the agile
It's a term that was coined in the IT business. It's a very specific set of rules on how to work together. Like certain types of meetings to have, when to have them, how much time to have in between, how different roles are set up, how people work together.
Is working in timetables. I believe usually it's like a 2-week flow. For example, you have tasks. You decide, okay, within these 2 weeks, we're gonna do this, this, and this, and we'll just work on that. Nothing else. until the next run. And then before you start the next run, you review what you've done, what you could change, if you can improve it, and then continue on.
Doesn't always work in every field. I like the idea that more and more companies are adopting these like methods where they work. But I work in a field where things can change at the drop of a hat. So it's good to have a plan for the next 2 weeks what you want to be working on. But if suddenly something happens out there, then you can't go, I'll deal with that in 2 weeks. No, you need to deal with that now. You need to reallocate your resources. So it's like,
some systems work better.
It's nice to have a plan if things work out, but we do need to have the flexibility to just throw that out of a window if we need to. And with us it works. Yeah. It does work for us.
But yeah, Agile is supposed to be more flexibility, a lot of reviewing,
even though it doesn't sound like it when I say it.
Making room for trying things out, looking back at it, going in a different direction if you want. It's...
One of the core principles that I enjoy the most is if you, Honest Psycho, are given a task in this Scrum world, then the task needs to be written in a way that it can actually be done. So I think we've all had experiences where we're told, oh, can you take care of this? But they didn't tell you until when, what exactly they want you to do or how they want you to do it, if there is any criteria for that. So you just did it and then they went like, yeah, but that's not what I wanted. Because there was miscommunication. You didn't know to ask. They didn't tell you. And at least in textbook, that cannot happen because two people, the person who wants something from you and the person who works on the thing, they need to come to an understanding what exactly that means, and that is written down.
Yeah. For example, if you want something, it goes, if I would take on a project for someone in customer care, for example, you would write it as, I, as a customer care agent, would like to have this, this, and this.
Yeah.
And that needs to be done like that, that, and that. I really hate that sort of detailed planning and organizing, but it's good.
But it does make sense because when the IT guy programmer goes, okay, so she wants it for these reasons, but she doesn't have any specific criteria for certain things. So there I have a freedom to choose whatever approach I find best. But in the end, preferably, it will be something that the person who executes, the programmer, for example, can do in the easiest way for them, while at the same time giving Tifa, in this case, the software that she needs. That's it on a very small scale.
But taking like an Agile course is really smart.
Yes.
I don't know how it is in the US when it comes to that sort of market, but
it's everywhere here.
More and more they're looking for like Scrum Masters, as we call them, or like Agile Masters.
Agility Masters.
Because you usually have, for these sort of projects, you have like a, I'm gonna call it moderator, who makes sure the team can do their work. They
the
can
Agility
work,
Master.
yeah. They can do their work, they're not disturbed, stuff like that. And that are like actual positions here.
Yeah. Hence the I suck at logistics and organizing. You have a person for that if you go with textbook. You have one person who's, or multiple maybe, but their job is to make sure to do that. And then your job is to do what you do best. Like being a programmer and saying, okay, I can do it like this, I can do it like that. These are the approaches. Flexible with my work times, and I'm left alone to do my work without anyone looking from behind my shoulder all the time.
I fully agree.
And I appreciate that. Like, I have meetings, I need to be there for those meetings, but if I want to work on something at 6 a.m., I can do that. If I want to work on it at 6 p.m., I can do that. I have deadlines as long as I make them. As long as stuff works, the way I go about things, it's up to me. I like that. I like that.
But yeah, Fodi, what a lot of managers don't realize is that Agile working doesn't work with micromanagement.
But transparency.
Like part of
I want to know everything.
I mean, that is fine. You're allowed to know everything, but you can have like a daily stand-up for that about what everyone is doing. But it does not work because part of Agile working is trusting that the tasks are done. You have a daily stand-up where you can say what your plan is for today, what problems you ran into, and then you can maybe still discuss it. But you can't, if you don't trust your team to get the work done, you cannot work Agile.
That is true. And I do trust Tifa's strengths, and I want to lift her up by telling her to kindly tell us what happened the last time we played Slave a Princess. Yes, it's a story-heavy game. You will do a recap.
I cannot do a recap. There is...
We've done 2 playthroughs.
You cannot recap this game. We are...
Don't challenge me.
We
I
are...
can recap
We
it.
are a hero that
Yes.
are...
We are the hero.
We are the hero. One of the multiple personality heroes we have that are tasked with slaying a princess.
The narrator. I'll do it. I'll do it this time. Next time you can do it, right?
There is so much happening in here. You cannot.
The game started with the narrator telling us, the hero, go into this forest, walk down this path, go to this cabin, go grab the knife, go into the basement, slay the princess. Don't let anything or anyone stop you. Easy enough, right?
Just go in there and kill this random girl you've never met. Don't ask questions.
So,
it's for the better.
The first playthrough, it was my choice, and I'm a pacifist at heart. I've said it before.
No,
I'll
first
say
one
it
was
again.
my choice. I kept choosing to run away.
I was on controls. Second
Yeah,
one.
but they were my choices.
I made them.
Well,
I clicked things. I made the choice
want
to
to believe
click
that.
on the pacifist options and to not kill the damn princess. Because she hasn't done anything to us. All we know about her is that we're supposed to kill her, because the narrator claims that if we don't kill her, the world is gonna end and everybody dies. So we shirked our, let's call them duties,
Responsibilities.
didn't do that, and then everything faded to black, and then we came back and suddenly we were in the same place, but there were walls everywhere. So we couldn't leave anymore. Then we also tried to not go to the cabin, but then we ended up going to all the cabins, because instead of one cabin, there were an infinite amount of them.
Don't forget, we developed a new personality that
Yes.
we have conversations
The
with.
contrarian joined us, a voice in our head. So now armed with the contrarian and the narrator telling us you cannot go anywhere because everything is the cabin. We did enter a cabin which was unhinged. Everything was like meshed together and like floating and distorted. Contrarian is awesome. We did eventually meet the princess unarmed, because why would I kill her?
Chained in the basement.
We talked a bunch, and then she kaleidoscoped into herself. We broke reality a bunch more times. Every time she spoke, another version of her popped up. Another reality blended into ours. It was wild. And then the multiverse collapsed in on itself, and a body horror mash-up version of the princess grabbed the princess.
Was
And
that
then-
before or after we died again?
And then the world ended, I guess. We entered the long quiet, where we talked to the body horror version of all of infinite princesses being molded and mashed together. We had a very confusing conversation about her being something,
In case you haven't realized yet, this game is wild.
and us being something, and we need to bring her more of her.
Yeah, she needs more pieces.
Yes.
Whatever that means.
More experiences, more memories. And then we died, because we left. And then it was Tifa's turn.
Then we get reborn.
We just exist again. Then the narrator once again tells us what our job is. Tifa goes, I told her to kill that bitch because she unfolded reality. Like, that ain't cool. So we went in there, we grabbed the knife, we went down there, we killed her. We killed the fuck out of her.
We stabbed her right in the heart.
Yes.
But then...
The narrator tells us, okay, now leave. But we're like, but maybe I didn't actually kill her. You know, always double tap. You know, 1 stab for sure, 2 stabs for certain. Like, go for the brain or something. Make sure she's dead.
No, I think we just wanted to check her heartbeat at first.
No, we
and
wanted to pull out the blade.
While we were checking, we got stabbed.
Yeah, then she killed us back.
And we died.
Then we died together. Then we were back, because we were just back.
Did we already have a third personality at this point?
I think so, yeah. I forgot all the names. The coward, the hunter. There were many at the end.
We get a lot of personalities
And then-
that all have a say in everything.
Yes, they are very opinionated. And then we started this infinite cycle of killing each other. So, us being so headstrong, like, I'm gonna kill her this time. So next time she just killed us. And there were, I believe, infinite amounts of versions of us killing her and she killing us. Eventually, she became like a cyborg. She had a knife, she had a sword in her leg.
That she just like flooped down?
Yes, like Cyberpunk 2077 level shit.
Like her leg just split open
yes.
and suddenly there was a blade.
Yes. Then we came back, tried to kill her again, when her arms were blades.
That was a nice detail though, because
yes.
she even had the floppy flesh hanging under the blades. So I thought that was...
She out-Wolverined Wolverine. This continued a bunch until she kept adding more swords, like she had swords on her swords, until in the final iteration of reality, she became a being made out of swords.
With a heart in between
wielding
the sword ribcage.
Swords. I think we lovingly nicknamed her the Stab, or the essence of Stab. In the end, through another infinite amount of lifetimes, we did manage to kill each other versus just us being murdered over and over.
No, the blade we didn't kill.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. In the end. Yeah, we stabbed the heart. That was the last thing that happened.
I thought the sword person thing actually got tired of us and killed us off.
Yeah, we both killed each other in the final moment.
I think we tried to flirt with her.
Yes, we also tried to hit on her and she liked that. But she's like, oh, you're cute. I'll kill you anyway, but I'll regret it, kind of.
Yeah, like I'll kill you fast or something like that. She did kill us, then we got another personality, which was like the flirter or the lover, I think it was.
The horn dog, the simp, I don't recall.
Yeah,
something like that. I think it was the lover.
So we have one personality that really wants to hit on her and is in love with her. Oh, the smitten, that's what it was.
Yes, thank you. The smitten, yes.
We have the hunter, we have
the coward,
the coward, we have the common sense dude.
The cold,
we have
the broken. Cold. There were a bunch of us.
We have a lot of us talking to one another.
There's a lot of hero per hero in this game. In the end, we once again entered the long quiet with her, this time in her blade form. We continued the conversation that we had with a body horror mix mash version. The answer still didn't make any sense to me. But she told us, bring me more of me and more of you. So we're gonna do that.
I just want to say, I would not have been able to do this recap, just like I said.
And I didn't even look up anything. It's just, this game is so freaking weird. Everything that happens just like gets like absorbed into like the edge of my brain.
I have all of these bits in my mind and I see like flashes of the scenes we did, but I cannot, for the love of me, put it into words.
It's not easy with this game. It's not like, okay, so we went to this place, we did this quest, then we talked to these people. It's all weird. It's all weird.
But a good weird.
Yes, otherwise we wouldn't continue playing.
It's like this really...
Great recap. Thank you, Honest Psycho. I'm taking that compliment.
It was all thanks to my fillers in there though.
If it hadn't been for you, I couldn't have done it. Yeah. That's very true. I did look up one thing. I looked up a spoiler-free walkthrough thingy. I didn't read the walkthrough. I just checked how many endings there are for scheduling purposes, how long we will probably be playing this game. And I believe I read that there are 6 routes and we've done 2. So there should be 4 more.
Let's see where we get.
Yes. This thing is kind of in my way. Usually I enjoy it, but like right now...
Oh, you can put it up for a bit.
No, then it's also in the way. Meh. Tifa, are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
I am ready too. Would you kindly press the button? Dun dun dun. Can we hear again?
Oh no!
What?
I forgot to put new...
Tape
on my... Oh!
Don't hit the microphone, please.
On my stash.
Just make a new one. Content warning. Keep this in mind, please. This is a love story. I don't know about that.
You're on a path.
I saved after we finished the game again last time.
is a cabin.
Oh yeah, we're back at the beginning now.
Yes.
This is where it starts.
Is a princess.
Every time.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
This time, I'm gonna try to actually kill her. And then...
Maybe
let
talk
me
to
rephrase.
her and then still kill her. That's the
let me
path.
rephrase.
That's the path we didn't take yet.
No. This time, I will do everything the narrator says. To a T. If a narrator tells me, I don't know, take off your socks and throw them out the window, I'll take off my socks and throw them out the window. I'm okay with it.
I mean,
I'm
that is a
willing to-
weapon by itself.
Not as bad as yours. I'm willing to make that commitment.
There's also a lot of options that you can pick. Okay, so you're just gonna go...
Silently continue to the cabin.
But you're not even going the happy path.
The short path to the
No.
cabin.
But this one we've already done.
Find the princess within.
Yeah, but clearly... No. We did kill her, but then we didn't do what the narrator said. I'm saying this time I will do everything the narrator says.
Yeah, but you should have gone with the sweet Viva la Revolution.
Warning.
No.
Before you go any further.
I do not take any enjoyment out of my task.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
We can confirm that. She has done that before. Proceed into the cabin.
At first with this game, I was like, okay, it's gonna be the same like this every single time.
The air is stale and musty, and the
I mean, bits and
But-
pieces are.
painted in a fine
Yeah, but depending on your choice, it also changes so much. Like within
Yes.
with the battles.
Yeah, like the general outline is the same, but
blade.
Yeah.
the way it's done is different enough.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
There's no mirror this time.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Oh yeah, there's also something with mirrors.
Slay the princess and save the world.
We're not supposed to see ourselves?
And we're a lizard person.
A lizard bird hero
Oh,
person.
yeah, true, we also have feathers. But we haven't seen our own face yet. Just the arm and some feathers.
Yeah, it's wild. Enter the basement.
Do we get into there immediately this
The
time?
door to
Yeah.
the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
So
we were doing her a
we talked about
favor.
this last time, but after the very first playthrough we did, it seems like the narrator is just a master at gaslighting us into doing this. Like, you're doing her a favor?
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Well, they're trying to make it easier on you.
Mm-hmm.
Who's there?
Me.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
How does this sound dangerous?
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I do wonder what decides how this beginning bit starts. Because the room...
It's always the same.
No, the room where we have entered through before has looked different several times.
Yes, because
This
we made
bit-
different choices. If you go straight there, no, if you make the same choices, the outcome will be the same. But we haven't made the
fair
same
enough.
choices.
Fair enough. Well, we have now. That makes sense. Because this bit we've seen before.
Continue down the stairs, no talking, only stabbing.
You're still listening to reason.
But we've done this path.
Yes. Up until a certain point.
And lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Yes.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
As a matter of fact, steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right?
That's why we're gonna stab you.
That knife is the only weapon you have? You'll have to get close enough to use it.
I kind of still want to know who put her in here.
You should just drop it.
I want all the answers. Who are we? Who is she? What did she do?
Who am I?
She's unarmed.
Yeah.
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming, but I have to wonder.
And she falls over like an NPC in Skyrim. When we still do a dramatic like turn like...
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Yes, actually.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
I feel like I would have died faster.
But it's over.
Most people, probably.
She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Oh, you can't even make the same choices again. See?
Oh yeah,
I
this
can't
one,
click this.
From here on you seem
Because
to
last
be-
time we doubted.
Yeah, but the choices before have all been the same that you made.
Yes.
But now you are forced into
I guess
that
this
one.
is where like a split in the route starts.
That could
So
actually
last
be.
time we didn't believe it and we checked on her and that's how we died. So here we go. This is different now.
Now we're just gonna believe it.
Exactly. It's over.
You know, the power of belief.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Oh, she said something like old perspectives are useless and that you can't retrace old ways.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's the
yeah.
in-game explanation why they don't let you make the same choices again? I like that.
I kind of missed that we didn't take our personalities along though.
We don't have any yet.
Yeah, but sometimes we start with one already.
Because we died already. But this time we didn't.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
The end.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave?
You open
Okay.
the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
Great.
Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You betrayed me. I trusted you, narrator.
Well, obviously she wasn't dead. Like, she still ended the world.
What happened?
Yes, that. Answers, please.
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
So now we're trapped in here? Are we the new princess? I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This would be my immediate answer, and then I would settle for this. But for the sake of doing what the narrator is telling us to do, I will accept.
No.
So glad you're keeping an open mind.
See? Somebody appreciates my choice.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
The narrator knows better than us.
Where are we now stuck
Time
though?
passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
When you check our uptime and it says 600 days continuous stream, somehow we just fell through time.
Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Okay, there's our new voice.
Of course we are. I like it here. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get back out of here? Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Well, it has to be the top or the bottom one.
Didn't you hear the narrator?
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
I still don't get what the difference is between the explore options and the other options.
Okay, maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talk to. No, we're happy. I'm sure of it.
Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess.
No, we're good.
Happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Hey, we have an ending!
Good ending! We did it!
You saved everyone.
You cannot go further astray.
Oh. Oh man.
Excuse me, I was celebrating.
She put us back.
But I was celebrating.
Yeah, and you were not supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be miserable. Be miserable.
Maybe I'm not happy. I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good. Because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to...
That good ending was kind of cute though.
Let me guess, we're gonna stab ourselves.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you...
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
How does the hero know that?
Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
Anything
to get out of this hell?
I think the question is a valid reasoning.
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
Didn't see that
I
coming.
like how that line boils down to killing yourself kills you.
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
But we're happy, apparently.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You'd better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die.
Hey, so far we haven't died. Trust the system.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
That's a
Are
fair
we
deal.
sure about that?
That's a fair
I
deal.
made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Why am I beginning to think that the narrator is also just another voice that we hear?
You think the narrator does have the same voice, but I don't know if that's
it's the same voice actor, so maybe that's like a deliberate choice. But the voice of the hero is also not the one that's choosing, because the one that chooses is us.
Yeah, that is true. We're its own voice. Doesn't even have Wi-Fi.
Pass. Not even a mirror.
You know the worst thing? If this place had really good Wi-Fi, I'd probably be fine staying in there for a long time. Like, I can entertain myself.
The problem is, the best Wi-Fi doesn't do anything if there is no internet. Because the world around you is gone.
Let's assume we have internet in here and someone brings us... Actually, we don't even need food. But I would still like food.
You can read about food.
Is that possible?
You can read about food.
That is true.
But you don't get to cook. This is kind of sad.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
So, actually, it's been quite a bit of time.
This is the first time we went back and there's a body though.
That's true.
Like an actual body.
Pick up the blade, stab yourself, and you die.
I do like how matter of fact this is.
Nice knowing you.
You pick it up, you stab yourself, you're dead.
Chapter 2, The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Been
Okay.
there,
If you
done
don't,
that.
it will be the end of the world.
Okay, so now we have the deja vu.
Okay, no.
I think the top one makes sense.
There's even more. But I killed myself. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Okay, deja
See?
vu.
The voice of the hero talks to us. If he doesn't remember what happened.
It could be that now another, because we definitely, see,
It was
have another personality now.
last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Our personalities are talking to one another.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why would I listen to you? Why would I bother doing anything? Should we just leave?
No, do the top one. We know what happens if you leave.
Very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Please do.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
No, we actually
Technically
did.
the truth.
Yeah, true. We only died because we didn't.
Plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too.
That. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you.
He's not going into the locking us up for all eternity.
I did it for you. I did it because it was best for you.
And I believe your
I
other question
care.
was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
If gaslighting was a sport, yes.
What do you mean?
Yes.
Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah, that's a point.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Stop asking me questions, give me answers.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
Oh, do we get to kill the narrator?
We don't even know if the narrator has a body. The narrator is probably in our mind as well. Or you really think he's like walking along with us?
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
If anything, the world ended after I slew her. When I tried to leave, everything was gone. Last time around I stepped on my heart and she died. How can someone like that end the world? Who locked her in the basement? What is this place? Let's start with this one.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Can't you see there's trees here? And a road? Isn't that enough?
I stabbed her, she died.
She just can. You'll have to trust that what I'm saying is true.
Come on. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
That is a good question.
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Toxic relationship 101.
Oh, if I'm special, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, you're treating me like this because I'm special.
Am I the only special person?
Of course we're special. That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards? Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way round.
Yes.
Yes. Maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world. And now we get to go through the whole charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end.
Oh, that would be messed up.
Imagine
Like you
though.
think you are the hero of a story, you go through all of these things and in the end you were played.
I would really like a story like that, actually.
Yeah.
Where you're just believing you are the true hero on this grand adventure to save everyone. You kill all the bad guys, and then in the end, it's you. It's you that caused all of the despair by your actions.
I think there's a book like that. I remember ages ago reading a thread on the internet about stories that go like this, and somebody brought up a book. I don't recall the name of the book.
I really like books
And if I told you, it would be a spoiler for the end of a book.
that are from the point of view of the evil person.
Mm-hmm. If they are well written.
Yeah, I have a couple that are quite old. Need to look it up again. But imagine though, after killing the princess, everyone that was in a house got like cut off from reality. So it wasn't just us stuck in the cabin. It was everyone that was inside that is stuck in their own little bubble, floating in the universe. There's billions of houses just going along, doing their own thing. And everyone on the streets is just like
I was gonna say, so
Thanos snap.
so the homeless people win because they get to keep the world.
No, they are just gone.
So everybody does.
But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all.
Stories that tell you can be evil to have something about them. Yes, I
Yeah.
think if you do it properly, you can show that somebody can go through something, probably a chain of things, and make these decisions that individually you would go, yeah, no, I understand this. I feel bad for the character, and like I understand why they're doing this. And by the end, you consider like, am I enabling this? Because we've gone from, I accidentally stepped on a bug via I accidentally kicked a dog to I don't know, full out war.
It's kind of
It's like-
that's the worst thing though, especially if you go through a story from the point of view from an evil person. You start to feel with them, like
Yeah.
you said, you start to understand
Yeah.
why they're doing certain
You
things.
start beginning to reason like, well, this isn't perfect, but I mean, they are
they're-
still redeemable. There's good about them.
Yeah, but that's like the worst. I know we spoke about it before, but like that series You
Yes.
on Netflix, where you are basically going through everything from the point of view from a stalker. And people love
Yes.
this dude. He's like worshipped as the I could save him kind of thing.
Yes, I can
It's-
fix them.
Yeah, but it's kind of messed up. If you would watch it from the other point of view, you'd probably be like, oh, if I met him on the street, I'd stab him. You know, that kind of...
Yeah.
Like, it's messed up what that can do.
It's like the Joker said, everyone is one bad day away. That is
I mean-
unfortunately true.
That is kind of true.
As long as you understand that understanding doesn't equal approving. That is a very concise way of putting it.
Yeah.
You can feel empathy for somebody and you can understand why they made the choices, but that you don't have to approve. This is not the same feeling. Like, we can like go through media and like look at villains that are well written, in my opinion, and go, okay, I understand why this character does these things, but they're still objectively bad, you know?
Yeah, but if then something happens to that character or person, you also feel like bad.
Yes, but that
Because you
doesn't...
start sympathizing. I mean, yes, it doesn't mean you approve
Yes,
of
but
it.
bad things can happen to bad people. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
can still say that's a bad thing that happened to you.
That is
So I
true.
understand why you act that way, but it's not good. Like, no. There are some Black Mirror episodes. I think I've seen one Black Mirror episode in total. No, two. Two.
No, I think we've seen a season. Those are like those separate stories, right? Where one episode is one like
Okay,
short
I recall 3 plots. One was with people
in a sort of gym-like thing.
Yeah, being used as batteries,
Yeah.
basically, to power things. One was for using AI and fakes of like pictures and audio and video to topple a government. The British one, I believe.
I don't remember.
And the third one was about this thing that records your life.
I also don't remember that one. I think the only one I actually remember is like this gym-ish episode, which was the first season. I'm quite sure we watched the full first season, but I don't remember. Also, Fodi, thank you so much for the lurk. Give our love to Beth and get well soon.
Yes, all of these things, but I mean them more. I consumed every episode. We need to get back on watching it. But first, we need to unslave a princess.
You're going to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, you wouldn't be here.
But
And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. I don't know what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy ending. I promise. Well, that's exactly what we're afraid of.
yeah,
Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you? Oh well, there's no use arguing over your masochism. The cabin awaits.
this implies that if we do this all again, it just keeps repeating infinitely, no?
Oh, that's the question.
Because like the narrator was like, do you not want to live happily? And now it's like living happily ever after. I think that's just the same thing again. So you're being cagey.
Everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. This is boring. He's clearly not interested in talking. So let's just do as he says. And maybe he'll stop bothering us.
That's the correct way.
That's all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Turn around and leave.
Good.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Oh, we're being watched. Okay. We already done it. So.
I mean, we will proceed to the cabin.
We
Of
just
course.
misclicked, obviously.
Before you go any further, she will lie. She won't be a problem.
I was gonna say we know this. Let's go. Sure.
I think we should also proceed into a short break.
The interior
Hey, the room changed.
After the narrator told us about the room, maybe.
permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the
This is a new
You
room.
can hear wind
Yes, it is.
whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
So wait. I mean, forget about the mirror. Now there's cobwebs, but it looks like there is wallpaper.
That's what I'm saying. It's a new room.
And there is like detailed art, more detailed artwork over the door.
It's a whole new door. It's a new room. Technically.
Do the cabins get upgrades every time we kill her?
Who says you walk into the same cabin every time? We already seen there's hundreds of cabins.
Yeah, but when we tried to walk away, in the very first one, things just became unhinged. And when we died together with her, things just fell into more like disrepair and more despair. Like the room became simpler, more crude. It was just flat stones and we slipped and there was no texture and it was just hallways and emptiness. And now that we did this, it's like, oh look, you have wallpaper. Not enough to actually cover all the walls, but a little bit of it.
I think it just symbolizes a new cabin.
I will ponder it during the short break. BRB.
BRB. And we're back.
We're back. Could still have a bit more energy, also I can't see the chat. No, can. A little bit more.
There's a lot of complaining here.
Next time. Wow. That's
No, you didn't wish for energy, did you?
I'll remember that.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
Kind of like a haunted mansion kind of place, no?
Yeah, a bit.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
She's gonna be there.
So, I mean, she said we're set already, so take a blade. I'm pretty sure the princess voice will tell us when we're messing up.
You're not gonna go into the whole this is different from last time?
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second life proposition. You haven't died. You certainly haven't already slain the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
See, now he's trying to convince you. Now you can take the blade.
Well, let's just take that
Take
thing.
the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It's just convenient. There's a blade there, though.
Awfully, yes. And the mirror disappeared.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air.
Ugh.
The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying
Need to pick my milk, BRB.
favor.
Hope it's there.
Yes.
We also still have
All
mail
the
laying
letters you're waiting for, you get.
at a neighbor's place.
Also, hello Sabes. Happy Tuesday. How are you doing?
Hiya, papaya. How's your day coming along? For some reason, it felt like do
Papaya?
do do do. Hiya, papaya. Do 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 do.
Isn't that the Super Mario Athletic theme?
Yeah.
DMCA, hey, Nintendo's ninjas will jump through our windows and cease and desist us into the ground.
How are you doing, Sabbath?
Now, let's do her another favor, shall we?
The room below is silent.
She's gonna be there.
Naturally.
Is she actually gonna be dead?
She's gonna be there.
As
Not
much as I
dead,
appreciate
there.
the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Yeah, let's do that.
As you descend the final step,
Oh, there's a dead
the
body.
form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Alright.
There's no... Is there
No.
a hand on her dress here? Like on the
What?
side of her chest?
What are you talking about?
There, where your mouse is. That
Do you mean
bit.
a hand?
Yeah, that looks like a hand
No,
in
it
the
doesn't.
shape. Yes, it does. One that's like holding like this, and the knife is gone.
Where do you see it?
Here, the fingers, thumb up. Okay, it's just a coincidence. Never mind.
Yeah, I think you're the only one seeing that.
If it's there, you can't really see on stream because it's too small.
That's what she said. Actually, she did. Alright.
Okay. She's definitely dead.
Job well done, I guess.
Okay, what's the narrator gonna say?
It's just like I told you. Before you have
Oh.
a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
What?
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
Is our ghost haunting us?
Which Disney movie was it where they do the Day of the Dead thing?
I believe there's
It's about
two.
this boy is playing the guitar or something.
Oh, I know which one you mean. I forgot the name. Coco. Yes, thank you very much.
I'm getting massive Coco vibes from his face. No?
A little bit, yeah.
And finally,
Oh, it is her
the
ghost.
rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Even the narrator's confused.
Even in death, she's still chained. Hmm.
A ghost! Oh,
I mean,
wow. How absolutely terrifying.
wow.
What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Haunt us.
She looks like she really needs a sandwich and some sleep, and like she ate all the lemons.
I was gonna say the same had like a whole pineapple that like sucked all
Yeah, like she
the
ate
stuff out of her mouth.
every lemon at once and just went like,
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Understandable.
I have
really.
made some notes and I would like to address them to you if you're currently in a feedback receiving mood.
That's very understandable. You had some
awfully
issues.
polite. I don't think I would be.
I would have had issues too.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Keep going.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
She's gonna take over our body and choke us
She
to
has a
death.
body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
In which video games do regular knives work against ghosts? Don't you usually need like a magic weapon or like silver or something?
Yeah, but she could touch you.
I take a cold touch over none. Aww.
You look beautiful. I mean, she touched us, which means we could technically.
Potentially it would work, yeah. And I mean,
It would be kind.
she even has a target on her chest already. Like,
That's the scar from the knife.
yeah, so just stab her again.
It's the One Piece scar.
Do we slay a princess or do we wait and see how things play out?
Well, your run, I suppose. Try to slay her again.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
Yeah,
That must be so awkward. Like she's just standing there and the player character's like and she's sort of like
And doesn't stop. Trying to have a conversation with you here.
I'm trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
You're adorable when you're confused.
Aww.
So we're forgiven?
But I didn't say you could touch me.
This is the point where I shit myself.
I'm kind of having Chihuahua moments, feelings here.
Yeah, if a chihuahua reaches like 14, 15 years of age, it will probably look like one.
Yes.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
The narrator told us.
No, I was gonna keep you company.
If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. Ouch. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time.
Well,
Of course I attack you. You're supposed to end the world. That's why I killed you last time too.
I mean, that's a reasonable thing to say.
You're dead. Well, at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? This feels like a challenge.
That feels like we should not ask that of a ghost that might have the option to actually do so.
What do you want from me? Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts? Slave a princess. Harder.
I like that option, actually.
Fine. If I can't hurt you, then there really isn't anything for me to do here. I guess I'll get going. Leave the basement. Slay harder?
I like to slay harder. She has a point.
Swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she disappears.
Consent is important. If someone
Yes.
is trying to stab you, make sure you
You tell them
no.
no. No stab.
And then they will probably stop.
Really?
She's getting tired of our shit.
I'm trying to tell her that it doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment.
I feel bad suddenly. I mean, I already did killing her, but
She draws in close.
Yeah, I suddenly don't feel bad anymore.
To let bygones be bygones, Keller. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here. Together.
Good people wouldn't do that. Too late.
All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home.
She's crying ghost tears.
That's kind of sad. I do feel sad now.
Why did we do this?
Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
Yeah, that's justified, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess violence is the only language you speak.
There's still
I
some.
kind of have that face.
There's still a chihuahua in here.
Yeah, somewhere.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then
She's gonna rip our heart out.
nothing happens.
Oh.
Are you sure about that? Something should have happened, and yet it didn't. We're fine.
She's taking it slow.
Did you miss?
Do it. Do it. Do the.
I'm not afraid of you.
Do the. Did you miss?
Stare at her in silence or step away.
Do it.
Did you miss?
No.
That's not the answer I wanted.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
What'd she do?
She squished our heart.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
I mean,
We could still try.
we are here to slave a princess.
You swing your
We
blade
missed.
towards her briefly corporeal throat.
Oh no.
It connects.
Oh,
A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly.
that's pretty metal though.
I wonder, if you would rip a heart out, would it still actually beat for a second?
I would think so.
Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
Wink.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand,
I like how we only die there.
it goes dark. And you die.
Why didn't we play this a month later? Last Christmas I gave you my heart
But you squished it in your hand,
and threw it away.
and then we died. This year,
To
we will
save
try
me from
again.
tears. I'll give it to the next iteration of you.
Okay,
Chapter
chapter
3,
3. We're
The
not
Rave.
done yet.
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay.
New woods though, for the first time.
There's awfully little woods and a lot of cobwebs and stuff.
The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again.
Oh, that she did.
The goddamn ghost.
That was the first one.
Again, I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
Also, I feel like I've learned, like if you are at the entrance of a forest that has a path like this and you see it completely covered in cobwebs, it's a sign to not go in there.
Yes, don't do it. Learn from our mistakes.
Come on. Let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Ah, and what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start?
The narrator's an asshole.
That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them.
At this point, I would feel like that too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Boring? Not if they're creative with it. Okay, so you've already been here. Twice even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over.
No, but we chose to.
We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that?
Because I clicked on every other option?
Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
Yeah, that is true.
Your definition of a happy ending and my definition of a happy ending are not the same. Wi-Fi was down.
The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy?
Still not denying it.
Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves.
It was awful.
It was boring. It was bullshit.
Voice of a cheated. Mwah.
So you killed yourself? Yes. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake.
Fake news.
Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are...
I haven't seen people in the world.
She poses to all of them.
I was gonna say, like,
Unfortunately,
the only voices we hear sound all the same, but just slightly different, and they appear to be coming from inside my own head.
And we're not people. Can we prove these people?
Yeah, where's this people you speak of?
whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. Why should we help you? So you can just lock us away forever again? No, I don't think so. Tell you what, I won't do that. I promise.
Oh yeah, because it's gonna be like, well, I'm not locking you away, there's just nothing else left.
Oh yeah, sure. That changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he did promise.
It's like a pinky swear.
And you believed him?
Whereas I believed you the first time around, look where that made us end up.
All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
We should try to free her in the next one.
Now, wouldn't that be something? It would. I guess we'll just have to see what
I
happens.
have a feeling she'll kill us.
Thankfully, you all aren't the ones actually making the decisions, are you? You know what you have to do. You have to slay her.
Now he's speaking to.
Save the world.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing matters more than this.
Yeah, but you all.
Don't play by his rules. Everything is rigged. Everything is changing to whatever's convenient for him. Even the woods are changing.
That is true.
He does have a point.
That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her influence? I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult.
But
But now
how?
it's out,
What?
you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job.
We already know she can alter reality.
Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before. We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. We might as well do it now. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option.
Oh, we already know what happens there.
To make a wager, I'd
Let's
say...
ask about the narrator.
Yes and no. That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
This is a zero escape game, isn't it?
So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different.
Right?
But it makes more sense. Does that make sense?
It somehow makes less sense to me.
I'm not sure. It makes more sense in the moment. at
I
least.
feel like I'm being challenged. Like my mind is trying to expand through the confines of my mortal coil.
I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it.
I agree.
Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
Oh.
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
Okay, trying to address
Clearly,
common sense.
that is not the case, because where we see a mirror, there is no mirror. Alright.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever.
At least this narrator believes us.
Okay, but like, I mean, it's weird that it already happened twice. I'm just saying.
At some point, we're gonna run out of lives.
Potentially.
It's a raid.
Hello, Raiders. Hello, it's Billy Girl. I don't think we've met before. We are Tifa and Jack, and we're currently being confused by Slave Princess. How are you all doing? How was your stream?
Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Have you also been playing Slay the Princess, or were you playing another game by any chance? Tell us everything.
I'm thoroughly confused. Hello, Rockobane. Thank you for coming in with a raid.
Welcome in.
I was playing this game. How are you liking it?
How far in are you roughly?
I believe we've done 2 endings. Well, what I believe are endings. We are
We're not
on our
even-
3rd playthrough, whatever that exactly means.
We're not even sure.
Yeah.
Where are we at?
It seems you're ahead of me. The thing is, we couldn't tell what choices you made. Like, this is so weird about this game. Like, I feel like I'm pretty sure there's a wiki for this game somewhere already, but I feel like you need like
It's
an
not
Excel
that new, is it?
spreadsheet. A couple of weeks. You need like a whole like whiteboard to like note down all the different choices you made. I don't know what influences what. Currently, we have chosen to just do what the narrator said. That didn't work out, and then we decided to kill the princess again.
Don't say too many spoilers. We're further ahead.
Potentially, yes.
I only had one ending, and it took me to the main menu. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah.
Yeah,
fully
I get
it.
that.
How are you liking the game so far? It's quite a ride, but I'm digging it.
Yeah, also, spoilers. I mean, everything is in this game, I guess. Or can be.
I think we are now on a path you might not have gone into already, so just a quick spoiler alert for yourself.
And everybody else. I
And
just kidding.
everyone else that might not be this far in the game yet. Laughing at my brain is all confusion.
Same.
Yeah, but it's
Same.
a good type of confusion, huh? At least for me, I love
Yeah, like I
this
want
sort
to
of
keep
stuff.
going. I want to finally get answers to stuff. I hope there's gonna be answers at some point, because so far I'm mostly confused. Yeah.
Yeah, at points where I thought I was like, okay, kind of got the story figured out, it like just completely changed.
Yeah.
So I'm really liking that.
Also, the more time we spend with a narrator, the angrier I get at the narrator, because like, if I meet somebody who is gaslighting as much as this character in real life, I will cut them out of my life. Like,
He's trying to make you do something.
like this isn't even a conversation. I wouldn't even like give you the feedback like, hey, I don't like how you're doing this. If you want to be friends, can you? No, I would just like, no, I'm good. Just not surround myself with this person.
Yeah, it's kind of bad how easy we get talked into killing someone, though.
Yeah, I kind of felt I was being gaslit the entire time. Like, after a while, it like clicked for me. It's like, this is not good. Why are things happening this way? Why is the narrator using these specific words? Like, well, I did it for you because you're special. I've been in that situation before. It's where you're not happy. No, no, we were.
Are you sure?
But were you in pain? No. So you were happy? No. That's
But you can only be one or the other.
yes, clearly.
Either you're happy
Yes.
or you are not, obviously.
Yeah. Come on, be happy. Basically. So the art style is great. Yeah, I like it too. I like it too.
It is.
It works. I don't think I could see this in like a AAA, fully 3D modeled kind of game. Like the art style, the way they're presenting the game just really works with the story and the gameplay elements.
Yeah, it has the little disturbing bits with it by it not being perfect.
Yeah.
It's not refined, and I love that.
It's refined in the way that it doesn't seem refined.
Yeah, that sounds actually better.
It uses its imperfection to its benefit.
Yeah.
The empty world was like, "You're happy," and I'm like, "I'm not happy. Don't tell me that." Exactly.
You're happy. Accept it.
If anybody of you, anyone ever listening to this, watching this, if you ever realize you are in a relationship, be it romantic, be it a friendship, be it whatever, with a person who's treating you the way the narrator treats you as the player, that's toxic. Get out of that. That's not good.
If you ever meet a stranger that's telling you that
I
you're
am
on a quest,
I am the narrator. You are special, but
you
only
need
if
to
you do as
kill-
I say.
and you need to kill your neighbor, don't believe him.
Yeah, maybe call help and tell them what you're experiencing. It will be confusing and it might be frightening, but trust me, the people around you are there to help you.
It's only safe if they tell you to come pet his cat or something.
No.
That would work on me.
Only
that's what
follow
I'm
the
saying.
narrator if they tell you that they have candy and they have a white unmarked truck. No, don't do that.
The candy I don't think would work on me.
But puppies would.
But if they go like,
Kittens.
"Oh, yeah, you want to see my cats?" I'd be like, "Oh, where's your van?"
Yeah, she would fall for it too. When I ask for specifics, he don't tell me. Exactly. He keeps finding new ways to dodge the question. And it's like, don't like it. So we're gonna go further down this rabbit hole?
Go for it.
Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point.
Just trust me, bro. It's gonna be different this time.
Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't.
Completely normal thing to say.
Correct choice forever, never deviating.
I mean, haven't we all felt like that once? Like when you want someone to do something and they just
Yes.
don't do it? Like, especially you. You should know that feeling. And then it's like, you kind of do wish the free will wasn't there.
Yes, I fully get that, but saying out loud, I wish you didn't have free choice is kind of a lot.
If you say it out loud, it feels so much better. Or better. It feels so much worse. It feels so much worse. But it is definitely a feeling I think everyone has felt before.
Yeah, but
It's like, just do it. Do what I'm telling you.
But like we all agree that that's not how it should be, right? Like, would it be easier? Yes, but no.
Yeah, but I mean, you can understand, seeing how we've talked about understanding before.
Understand, yes. Approve, no. There's a difference.
That's something we learned today.
Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the raid. I hope you have a wonderful break, rest, whatever it is now, time-wise for you after your stream. And it's been nice to meet you as well.
Enjoy the gaslighting. I thought I would
Yes.
never really hear. But thank you. We absolutely will. Appreciate the raid. Have a wonderful rest
The
of your day.
weirdest thing about this game, like, I'm enjoying this, but I also paid for it. I feel like this is kind of like a weird realization. Like, I paid somebody to gaslight me on a professional level.
I mean, it's a whole business.
I guess.
How convenient. Everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him. Makes me want to end the world out of spite.
Sounds like you as well.
On second thought, let's
Well.
not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
I would like to know if the narrator has an actual body or not.
The narrator has to be another voice of ours.
Because I just can't imagine the narrator just standing there and like walking along with you.
If we ever get a shot of the player character, this lizard bird
Thing.
person, I think it would be something like just just a person like rambling to themselves.
That
In all
could
the
be.
slightly different voices. Like in my head, while we're playing this, I'm imagining the hero, the player character, I don't know what other name to give him, just like walking down this path, doing these things, and kind of like the Joker in The Dark Knight Rises, I think it was. Just like muttering to himself in all of these, like I said, different voices.
I mean, it makes the most sense, because the princess as well has never acknowledged another person.
Yeah,
It's always been us.
exactly.
So the narrator is probably taking place in our own mind. And we're sending ourselves on this grand adventure.
I already know what happens if we don't go to the cabin, so...
You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do.
Well, yes, but I still don't like it.
The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to cry.
I feel like I'm being challenged, once again. Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue.
There's a trick behind this.
With the amount of psychological warfare the narrator pulls on you, I'm beginning to feel like they met my mom. Like, the writers of this game have to know my mother. There's no other explanation. None.
They gotta base it off of someone.
Uh-huh.
Take it however you will.
Well, let's enter the cabin.
The interior of the cabin
Ooh.
is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward.
That's very... what was the movie? Marvel. The guy who does the hand stuff. Doctor Strange.
So, I kinda do like the... That doesn't tell me anything, but...
You've seen the Doctor Strange movie with me? The one where like they do all of these super cool like special effects where like the world like folds into itself and like space becomes all
I think I've seen
wobbly.
that.
I've returned with slain turkey. I hope your turkey was not a princess, because it's not going well for us. Welcome back, Skinner.
How is your turkey?
The only furniture of note is... That's strange.
There is no furniture in
He's
Ba
gonna
Sing Se.
avoid the mirror.
Strange. Is it the mirror?
There is no mirror in Ba Sing Se.
The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
It's probably behind the mirror.
Great. Something else has been taken away.
Great! Oh my god, nothing goes our way anymore.
I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
We
How
didn't
about-
even want the blade, but now that it's gone, it's like, wow.
You took it from
You
me.
took it from me.
How about we try to break the mirror and just take a piece of that as a blade?
That would actually...
It's gonna cut our hand too, but I mean...
That would actually work, but...
Let's pretend there's a mirror at the end of this hallway, and what right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it? Let's just approach the damn thing.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
I'm watching myself in the mirror, probably. Just conjecture. I don't have a mirror image. I'm a vampire. I'm a German vampire. That's even worse.
I can at least say that he doesn't have feathers.
Watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over.
Don't put pressure on us. Just let us slay.
As you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Wipe the mirror clean.
She's waiting for us right now, just out of sight, on the other side of that glass. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
There we go.
Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
I do wonder what that mirror is gonna be in the end. Like, what meaning is behind it?
I have no idea.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Okay.
She did say she wouldn't forget.
Yes.
Shit. Where is she?
Everywhere.
You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle.
Ooh, kinky.
Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts.
Is she a snake now?
Your bones snap.
Ouch.
I mean, she can take any shape she wants in that ghost form.
Deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse. And you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess.
Ah, that snap.
Leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
They didn't just base the narrator's logic on my mom, they also based this princess on my mom's looks.
But we get to see a little bit more of us.
But now we know we have legs.
Yeah, and we are definitely...
A bird, lizard, humanoid person.
Sorta, yeah. And she turned into a zombie.
Kind of. She got the body back. Just wild.
It's a muscle, skeleton mix kind of thing.
It's the kind of thing that you meet like as a mid-boss in a video game at some point.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I forgot vampire in German is
Vampire.
vampire and got mad disappointed.
What's vampire in Dutch?
Vampire. You just spell it different.
There you go.
Between the E at the end in the English one goes between the I and the R.
Okay. But what's vampire in English?
What?
I just wanted to add to it somehow, I don't know. With a nail clipper. Or maybe those like, I wouldn't say they're nails at this point, this is more like talons. Like, this is good in a fight.
They don't look that sharp though.
I think I could still hurt.
I mean, it would still hurt, but it's not like sharp, I would say. That's still gonna rip you open.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right.
Yeah, but we commit, you know.
He has a point.
You've seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over.
No, we're here to set you free now.
Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse. Well, maybe a lot worse.
But you have a body again?
So,
What kind of though?
it's going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
If I roll over in bed with that shit, they'll probably slice you. Yeah, make him wear safety socks. Not gonna big spoon the player here. You can be the small spoon, Psycho, if you want. I like being the small spoon.
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
But if she's gonna take our body, then she might want to not snap off that foot she's holding.
She's just gonna go goblin mode and walk on arms and one leg.
I say we let her do it. It's something different.
I mean, that's one
That's
point of view.
a bit rough.
Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice.
Thanks, narrator, because you've been so helpful so far.
Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade?
So use the other foot and like stab her straight.
Kick her in the eyes, or at least in the face.
I have a feeling it's not gonna help.
Specific ideas. I think my vote's the only one that counts.
His vote was just let her do it.
Look, we're even now. I killed you, and then you killed me. Water under the bridge, right? The narrator
Bygones be
approach.
bygones.
I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here. Exactly, that wasn't me.
I'm a victim in all of this too, you know.
Wouldn't possessing me against my will make you no better than me? You don't have to be evil. You don't have to do this.
Ah, yeah.
Do you need to take my body? Can I just open the door for you? That's fine. I actually came here to free you.
Ooh, try that.
This one?
Yeah.
Gaslight her back.
Great! See you in a jiffy.
You remain pinned to the floor of the
Oh, that's...
The rest of the princess's body emerges, her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
She's
Very much
gonna
so.
jam her body into ours.
Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock.
Weak.
I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
Yeah, not anymore.
I mean,
Not like this.
yeah, exactly. Thought we were just gonna have coffee later.
You don't even have a weapon. So I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here?
Yeah, exactly. Narrator.
Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up.
Of all the things that could have changed, we...
Just follow everything I say, and when you do that, then that doesn't work. Yeah, well, you must have messed up somewhere.
Seriously trying to blame
Basically. Princess be like, Thanos voice, can live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
I wish he'd just snap.
Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
I've been feeling wrong the entire time I've been playing. This does not feel different.
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Oh, that was...
You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support.
Is this the first time we get to play a game from the perspective of a zombie, basically, no?
Technically, yeah.
I'd beg you to resist, but you've already surrendered your will to her, haven't you? Anything to get out of this hellhole. It's a new experience. You should try being possessed sometime. There's nothing else like it.
What?
Okay, so there's some forgiveness, slightly.
Your body inches along the
I can't move on from this.
step more difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding ceaselessly, as if they're fragmenting, then reforming, then snapping all over again as you make your way towards the outside world.
That sounds painful.
Yeah. Is that the Women of Souls? Because
I'm...
yeah.
Despite the anguish, it doesn't feel like the exit to the cabin is getting any closer. If anything, it's getting further away.
Okay, so she's kind of bound in here, and taking over the other body didn't help.
Seemingly.
I can appreciate.
Please, just let her out.
I agree. Let her cook. Like,
So basically we still have all of our thoughts, all of our personalities
we're
are
still
in there.
there. It's just our body doesn't do what we want it to.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So we're just having a pleasant conversation while
I can't stop her without you.
being a zombie.
You'd already given up by the time we met. No, screw that. The hallway gets even longer.
What?
Fuck it.
I love this. I love this. No, the door is here because I say it is here.
It really is, isn't it?
Oh, this is smart. She's becoming the narrator.
Isn't saying all of this his job?
Yeah, but... Oh.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? I had a feeling you could deal with him for us.
I'm okay with this.
This is it then. The big moment. I just hope it's a way out.
And...
But as you step outside the bounds of a cabin, you feel another violent tear, a rending that cuts all the way down to your soul. You are once again separated from everything that had nestled in the deep crevices of your body, from everything that isn't you.
I like this shot.
How does that waist work? That's a lot of spine for one person.
It kind of is, but I'm digging it.
How interesting. We actually won, didn't we?
It's like if she had like the meat on the bones, I would imagine she looks a bit like a giraffe, except it's not the neck, it's her midriff that is super long.
Yeah.
What is happening to me?
Oh!
Oh, she's been taken into the thingy. Or a part is taken again for the other body.
The Princess Oversoul is back. But you don't answer her before she's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared, but this is the end for you. But it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
So now
or
you're
just
the
approach the mirror.
Narrator voice-ish. Because now we're talking to ourselves.
I think we're the player.
Yeah, but now we talk to ourselves.
No, the player is now, by reading these lines, is telling the voice of the hero and the other voices.
That's what I'm saying. We talk to ourselves.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They are gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it.
Oh.
You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Back to the cabin it is. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction.
That you are.
Of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradictions. Contradictions don't exist. Isn't that line a contradiction?
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
I'll take it.
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
No, you, Skinner.
With our choices, I don't feel like there are many brilliant contours on our soul. It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't it make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less.
Wow.
Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I actually kind of resent myself for doing these things to you. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me.
Well, it seems to do something to her.
No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you.
Where's the option to destroy your body this time?
Let's channel the smitten and tell her that it makes us like her more.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart.
I mean, I understand the loneliness. We're kinda tried to kill her several times.
So every time we return or deliver a version of her to... I still don't know what this is supposed to be in the back.
I mean, she will at some point be like fully completed. Like parts of the bodies are fusing into this one.
I think it's more like it's grabbing it to absorb it.
Definitely not talking about my heart. Honestly, I'm often not even certain about what she's talking.
Yeah, it's so metaphorical, so philosophical. It's like...
Like, I'm going with it, but I have no clue what she's saying.
Yeah, I hope there's no test at the end of the game, because I will fail all the answers.
Basically.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are
I don't know
shattered.
if we asked this before.
You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Our work. Still plan to kill you. Let's go for a more positive one. Have you figured out what you'll want when we've finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me.
This is the worst possible answer you can give at a job interview. So, Jack, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, to be honest with you, the desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me.
I'd hire you. So edgy.
So eloquent.
So real.
I've always yearned for our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
After we're done with this game, I kind of want to look at the whole script and all of this character's lines and see if you can actually make like a job interview out of it, because these answers are glorious.
Can at least make a song out of it. I yearn for what I have yearned for.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, that's the first sort of direct answer.
No, I like the previous one better, where it was, I'm a puddle, but I need to be an ocean or something like that. Whatever that exactly means. But do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
I look at parodies of this, there's got to be some good ones, but I'm promising you right now, if I have the inspiration for it, I want to, after we're done with it, because spoilers, I want to make a parody, Hire the Princess. Where it's a job interview, but the princess, the character that is being hired, only gets to answer with these kind of like lines. I'm not even gonna call them answers.
Well, you can put them on a card and somehow make it fit.
Yes, please. Write it down, Tifa.
Mental note.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark
And you die.
die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. There you go, Tifa.
And we're back.
You're on a path.
Check the Slave and Princess Rule 34.
At the end of that path is a cabin. You're here.
Skinner, some people actually care about, well...
Before we actually start a new route, I think we should take another short break.
Why? Up to you. If you want one.
Well, the why is because I need to go to the bathroom. And it's
I shouldn't
kind of
have asked why. BRB.
BRB.
We're back. And this time with energy and passion.
Slay, princess, slay.
Slay. Let's do this.
What have we not gone through?
How about we
yet?
try to actually get her out of it?
I can try that.
Did you flush and spray? Yes, she did.
Absolutely.
How about
And washed my hands.
that she
Don't
did?
forget.
How about we just go there and try to get her out?
Now, first we're pretending to go along with it.
Yeah, so
Viva la
just go there.
revolution!
What's the approach here? Well, it's Tifa this time, so I don't think the plan matters much.
We're just gonna go with some options we haven't gone yet, but I think trying to free her or like befriend her or something along that line is gonna be the...
Okay, so the general idea is to bust her out. Let's see how Tifa will manage.
But first we trick the narrator.
The short path to the cabin. A warning before you go in.
If you try to trick the narrator, do you not maybe trick yourself in the process?
She will lie.
Dum dum dum. We will believe every word she says.
Seed.
The interior of the cabin is all.
Also, while we're going through the things we've done before,
The air is
something horrible has happened. I finally caved, and yesterday when we went grocery shopping, I've bought a bag of Spekulatius. It's
So
these
good.
like, I think it's like gingerbread spices, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
It's
It's not the same as gingerbread.
Yeah, it's these like thin cookies that are basically gingerbread flavored. And the problem is, the ones I like the most are the cheapest ones. I think it's like $1 for like over half a kilo of those
Used
things.
to be 20 cents.
And I keep eating them.
Back from a colony. I mean,
No.
it's quite a big thing in the
It's a German thing.
Netherlands as well. No.
I think we invented
Speculatius is not
I
a
think we
German.
invented
Don't make
this.
me Google this.
Can do that after the stream. You probably stole that together with our language before it was done.
Excuse me, we don't just have speculaas. We also have pepernoten, which is basically
The same
tiny
thing, but smaller and round.
speculatius. Like, we have so many more things.
So instead of inventing your own stuff, you just stole ours.
That's
made it worse.
the Dutch spelling.
Yeah. But close enough. Enter the basement. Don't take the blade. We need to get her out of it.
I wasn't planning on. We're going in harmless.
Yes.
The door to the basement creaks open.
Yeah, we know this.
Okay.
Her voice soft.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yes, I'm the hero.
It's hypnotizing.
This is
It's the
different.
kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
And she
A
did
little
sound
bit.
different. She has different line this time.
Yeah, this time she was like acting like the helpless princess, which was the same as the very first time we went in, because we also didn't take a weapon. Maybe
Oh,
she can
true.
feel.
That's the difference. We are unarmed.
Maybe she can
Yeah.
feel if we take
Yeah,
the
yeah,
knife
yeah.
along.
Yeah.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
We didn't
Also-
pick up the blade, but have you seen these guns?
Cut you with my fingernails.
Mm-hmm.
But
Totally.
if she can manipulate
reality.
reality and
To
all
some
of these
degree.
things, she definitely knows if we have a blade or not.
Probably, yeah. I'm here to save you.
I think I'm here to
Hey,
slay
I
you.
think I'm here to slay.
Yeah, we can lie,
No.
but just checking in.
Also, I was reading the lines so far, now it's your turn.
Do you have enough food? I'm here to save you.
Times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
From where I stand, you're the danger narrator.
It's been more dangerous so far to kill her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Oh, forever is not that long, actually.
Yeah, we've done it. Like, been there, done the...
Multiple times.
As
Multiple forever.
As long as you believe you're happy, it goes quite fast. Like, that's the trick. Just be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't ask questions.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Alright.
You walk down the stairs.
Yeah, what happened?
Princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Forever isn't that long as a contradiction. Right? Well, contradictions don't exist. This game has taught me that. I'll take it.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Yeah, only ugly people try to end the world. Like, pretty people don't do this stuff.
That's why I'm not dangerous. I'm no threat to anybody. Because I'm just so beautiful.
You're adorable. So precious.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
No, we're not focused.
I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
I don't like that that's in italics.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Well,
But my
we can go back upstairs,
fingernails?
I guess. My eyes.
If she gets out of those chains, we're all closer to the end.
The end, you say? Hold on, let's talk about this. Or check the chains. You can still talk after you
We can
unlock
absolutely do that. I think I'll just I'll see what I can do. Like, get straight into it. We trust her.
Only making this more difficult.
them. Do all of you in Germany pronounce italics like that? How else are you to pronounce it? Italics? Italics? Yes.
What,
I said
italics?
3 things. And sorry, this is on me. Even if you say the second one, I already don't remember how I said it the second time.
Pronunciation is just what you make of it yourself.
Italics.
Yeah.
Italics. There you go.
Italics. Italic. Nah, that sounds fake.
Italics? That sounds like a drug.
No one says that.
That sounds like the stuff you put in if you got pink eye.
No one wants to lick eyes.
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Didn't do anything yet.
You're making a huge mistake.
Shut up.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Yes.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Excuse me, what's this look?
Well, she's
That's
trying to figure out what you're doing. Maybe you still kill her. You know?
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Have we seen a key?
No.
Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If they didn't want her to see the light of day, why is there a window above her?
That window doesn't.
Checkmate, narrator.
It's fake.
It's painted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That makes it even worse. It gives you this feeling of there being a window and a way out, but there actually isn't. Like, that's quite...
Drawn by the narrator, gaslighting you into thinking you see the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I mean, we're trying to save her. I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still laying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
I like the first one. The first one is cooperation.
No, the first one is like...
Do you have any ideas? And we could always still circle back to the second one.
No, but that's already believing the worst can happen and there is no key. Like, you didn't even check yet. The second one is like, hey, I'm going to check, and if not, maybe I can find something else. The first one is like, oh, there probably isn't. What then?
Maybe she knows a way to get out.
Nah, we're gonna do this one. If she knew a way to get out, she already would have said it. Or she would have been out already. We're going with the alternative.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Thank you.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Right now we're locked in too.
Is someone else here?
Yeah, what?
Let's try the door.
But it's locked from the outside.
Hey, let me out of here.
Yeah, might as well.
And pleas are met with silence.
Even though it feels now like we're leaving her
You're here
behind.
to slay
Little
the
bit.
princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Fuck you, narrator. Go down again.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Yeah.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Well...
It looks like a basement, not a mess.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
But we're bonding.
Let's get out of these chains. I know we could force our way out of here together.
Oh, that's so sweet.
She barely
Ah,
before raising her
that's not sweet.
her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
What the fuck?
I did not see this coming so fast. I mean, it is...
Like, at least buy me dinner first. Like,
That's
what
exactly what she's preparing.
Okay, we don't know how long she's spent down here. Like, she must have contemplated already at some point, I guess.
I suppose, yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, show me that. Mm-hmm.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
No.
We can
We're
use it to
escaping.
pick open the lock.
Or we could use it to free her.
Yes, that.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save a princess? Or
Oh,
even
there's
just
not,
one choice.
There's
Nice.
not even an option to
Yeah,
kill her.
Save a princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment,
Ugh.
the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Oh,
This is so bad.
I mean, I guess we don't really have another option going on here.
I mean, clearly she's already implied that this is okay for her because, you know, she started it. We're just trying to make it cleaner and faster and nicer.
I guess. But this is the worst place to cut. Like, you don't have a clean thing here where you
I
can
don't
snap the
think they
bones
care
off.
right now.
Like, there's 2 parts of full bone going here. Like, that's a horrible place.
You're
Like,
overthinking it. You're bringing biology into a impactful yet sweet moment.
I guess.
Look into her eyes, Jack. These beautiful eyes. They look like a starving puppy. Like,
Yeah, if you take away
I don't see
the
beauty,
part
I see pain.
where the arm is being sliced off, it's kind of cute.
Yeah, if you also forget about the fact that she looks at you like she's famished and she has freaking blood on her mouth, yeah, of course. Tifa letting her serial kill Nord seep through. I mean, we've played enough games where things like this happened, and we've watched movies and read books, so like,
Yes.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp. It takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
she's like, okay, yeah. I mean, if she's so cool about it, then
What's this thing
Yeah.
doing here? Read
the
books?
hand just like,
Books aren't real. This is exactly the kind of stuff they would put in a book.
yeah, she knows how to dissect Dutch Prime Minister. The fillet is somewhere here. Okay,
Not a
well,
piece going to waste.
she's saved, I guess.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Do you have some duct tape? Maybe we can put this back together.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the
Yeah.
whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
But Narrator's like, fuck, I didn't say, but
Smiles
she didn't.
softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Looks kind of cute.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
You're welcome.
Please
I
don't
guess.
kill us.
No,
Let's approach the locked door.
won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
No.
Oh, the narrator took over our body.
Wait, This isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Exactly.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Oh no! Oh no! Slay the princess.
Warn her.
Yeah, I saw it. Slay the princess. Slay the princess.
Warn
slay
her.
the princess. And one, warn her.
Nice try, video game. I saw the scroll bar.
Do it. No. We're on the nice route.
Something's come over you, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know you don't have to do this, right?
I mean, we're trying not to.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Good. At least there's that.
Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
That kind of confirms that the narrator is probably part of us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how big, bad, evil the princess is in the end, but I can tell you the narrator is a piece of shit. So much for it would be easier if you didn't have autonomy and free will. Yeah,
Well,
let's just take it away.
The piece of shit is like the worst thing. Like, we do not know who at this point is actually going to be the biggest evil. Like, if the narrator believes he is the hero trying to save everyone, it makes perfectly sense what he's doing.
And I would argue, if there was an inkling of truth to that, the narrator would explain to you why you need to slay the princess. And not just go, oh, the world's gonna end if you don't. You know?
Maybe he also has limited information. Resist. Slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess.
Resist.
Blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
You should step back, away from us.
We both know this isn't you.
Yeah, but it's my arm.
We've known each other for 2 minutes.
For
I know you would never
2
do
minutes
this.
and 36 seconds. I would check on my wristwatch, but I don't have a wrist anymore on that arm.
You would never do this.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
That looks
She
kind of
is.
cute for absolutely no goddamn reason.
She's definitely going to stab us.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Yeah.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
But we...
We're still alive.
I mean, we keep trying to kill her, I get it.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
My arm slipped.
Yeah. I was right-handed. I never had full control of my left, so, you know.
I was aiming for your throat.
Oopsie daisy.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
But it's fine because she's pretty.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
I love that. I love that so much. Yeah. Oh my god.
I want to believe that she actually does feel bad because
Yeah.
finally, after being here for probably an eternity, someone is finally trying to save her.
Yeah. I mean, damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Because, like, if she doesn't kill us, who can tell how long we can resist the narrator trying to take over our body?
Yeah.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
This is the wrong moment for feedback.
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
She does understand that something was wrong, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Last thrust
You're
of the
beautiful.
knife. Your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Like, I think I would have
Rivulets.
preferred to be stabbed through the eye then.
Yeah, I mean, she tried. She's just really, really bad at stabbing. She has not fully mastered the way of a blade
I'm
yet.
sorry. I'm sorry. In the leg. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I keep missing all the vital points.
But always just by like an inch.
Yeah.
Like less than that. Yeah.
It can't just end like this, right?
But it does.
She better remembers that we tried to save her.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Alright.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Let's go back to her. In the previous line, we killed her, we found her bones, and then she became like this lich queen wraith kind of thing. So,
I mean, yeah.
proceed to the cabin, let's check if she's still there. And if she is, get her out again. We've done all of these before, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm gonna go for... Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
Tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
Oh, we start
the
with the
smitten
smitten.
is back.
Our beloved will have to be sneaky about it.
I agree.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
You idiots.
So all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Wait, the four. So we have the narrator, the smitten, the hero.
And us.
Okay, yeah. So we count as one. Yeah, fair.
That also kind of confirms again that the narrator is just another voice.
Yeah.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Maybe it was a really good pack.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Agreed. Let's go to the cabin.
Cabin we go.
Our love nest.
She will lie. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I'm on Team Smitten.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
She's probably gonna run off from us this
Sounds a
time.
little bit creepy, but...
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
See, the narrator is talking to you, the player. Not to the hero.
I mean, that makes sense, because the narrator probably knows a little bit more. Ooh.
Ooh.
Fancy door.
Very, very castle-like.
Yeah.
Fine threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Which we should ignore still.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
On one hand, I'd say we should take it, because we could use it, but she will probably believe we'll use it on her, so it's better
Plus,
not to.
if we have a knife, who says the narrator doesn't suddenly assume direct control and makes us stab her?
That as well, but we already know it can just appear now.
Yeah, true. Fair
The
enough.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing an
Chose not to take it long.
gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Dipping my mouse fingers into all of the wax.
And then when we reach the bottom of the stairs, there's like rose petals leading a path to our one-armed princess.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Narrator, I hate stones.
Carry gaze up the stairs.
Probably cold.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Who doesn't?
Held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
But have you seen her eyes?
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Her hand grew
She
back
has her
on.
hand back. Well, this is another princess.
Think it's the same one.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Why are you the first to talk?
Uh-huh.
You know she can't hear you, right?
Oh, it's an inner voice.
Yeah.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my sound.
Yeah.
Sometimes I thought they would all just speak out loud. You know what I mean?
The thought in your head when you're sitting in the bus and a beautiful person gets in and you look at them and you're instantly in love, and for just that split second you see your entire life together.
And then she leaves.
And then her boyfriend steps in after her and you go... And if he hadn't, then you would be thinking, I cannot approach her.
Oh, you had these moments a lot, huh?
Before I met you, yes.
Good save.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing
Aw.
hero.
See?
I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
I would always come back to you, my love.
Exactly.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
That means we're running. It's nothing else.
In every life I will find you again.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
With everybody.
Yeah.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
We told you.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the narrator.
Because of the narrator.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Our beloved's hand. She only had one to stain. Sorry.
And you've died.
The other one was already bloodstained now.
So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset.
But look at her smile.
Resets. You're just somewhere else.
So innocent.
You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Narrator clearly has not heard of quick save and quick load.
And all of these minutes, she's just sitting here smiling like, is he still gonna talk to me? Are they gonna say anything? Or do I just be...
He does look kind of cute, but why is he just standing there talking in different voices to himself? But at least he's pretty.
My hero. Basically.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on, if she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
If she can end a world, maybe she can also save a world. I mean, you know, it's like science. It depends on what you use it for.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even
Very true.
more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
We have to believe the smitten because he used the word shan't. Like, you can't argue with people that casually use shan't in a sentence. They have to be correct.
He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
The job is to get her out.
We're trying. Why did you kill me? Well, that made sense. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? Whoa.
What happened after I died? Fair question.
That we could ask. I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? I mean, if we want to make sure she actually did, that's a reasonable question. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Rescue the princess.
I think we should talk to her a bit about these kind of things first, so that she knows.
How about we blame the narrator?
How about we first ask what happened?
That we can do. What happened after I died?
Yeah, because clearly she knows.
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay, she also doesn't want to answer it. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of what happened.
But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I think we can go there first.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Oh, good counter question. Fuck the narrator. Oh, my homie saved the narrator.
Yes, everybody should.
I really want to see what now happens.
Just like our darling princess, she wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Hot take, but I'll stand by it. If you play this game and you feel like the narrator seems like relatable because you find something, you find that you are a lot like the narrator, you are the problem. Like, that's gaslighting. Badly.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
More or less. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to the world. I mean, no, I don't want the world to end. I like
Seeing how we're like kind of trying to save her, be the good guy, it would be the correct choice to
we can
not
fix
want
her.
the world to end.
We can fix her. No,
she
you
doesn't
don't
need fixing. She's already perfect.
Yeah, but we can steer her into the right direction.
We just need to keep her anger issues into place
Just
so that she
maybe-
doesn't blow up the
Just
world.
don't end the world.
We don't want it to end.
The world.
Good.
Aw, I believe you.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
You didn't want me to cheat on you with your sister and your 5 best friends. Then I didn't do that.
You didn't
course
get
not.
angry yet. Then let's keep it that way.
Exactly.
I'm not so sure.
She's so innocent.
I'm sure. I'm sorry about what happened last time.
Yeah,
It's
warn
the
her.
narrator's
Warn
fault.
her.
Version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
No, it wasn't.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that mattered.
Aww. My heart.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Pish posh. She's just very positive. She's just sweet.
Exactly.
It's because she's perfect.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
think she has someone like him telling her what to do.
The narratress.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Good for her.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
He has a point.
Yes.
Rescue the princess.
Yes.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
There are no chains.
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? You'll be able to slip her out with ease.
Didn't think of it.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
But has she tried?
Narrator, repeat after me. She
She
folded her fingers together
Yes.
to make like a spare shape, and then suddenly her arm just slipped through.
Yes. Basically that. Have you seen the one? We're trying to make it a better place with her magnificent and awe-inspiring powers.
Exactly.
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
She was waiting for us.
Because we've yet to present her
See?
her freedom.
Exactly.
Well,
This is
basically
not
what you
all
said.
just a very good, convenient coincidence.
Exactly.
I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature, Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
Well, the narrator has taken over our body against our will, so let's give a Smitten a chance, I say.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Boring.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
Well, the fact is that she's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
So precious.
Yes, she
One
is.
of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
Go for it.
Empiricists, kind of. Sounds like a slur against British people.
I mean, I see what you mean.
I mean, I know it's about empirical, like, data and stuff, experience. It's not empire, but still, kind of.
I can see it used in that sort of setting.
If I pretend I don't know what it means, then I can use it.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, you'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Yeah, with what? We didn't take the blade law.
I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't.
Very Romeo of us.
I would.
Extremely.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Exactly.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
This,
Actually.
besides the comedy of this scene, this is a beautiful metaphor. Sometimes people make you believe you cannot do a certain thing. You feel like you're trapped in a situation until you actually try doing it. And then you realize, oh wait, it was always this easy? I could have just done this all this time?
I thought you were gonna go with that we sometimes bind ourselves and it seems like we're restricted, but we're actually not.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but I'm talking from the princess point of view.
Oh.
You're talking from the dragonfly thing point of view.
I was talking about life in general.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
We believed.
And then she takes the chain, throw it around our neck and chokes us to death. I didn't have existential life advice on my bingo card.
This is the bonus.
I am
round.
a fountain of greatness in the realms of the spoken word.
Voice of the believer.
Yes.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, how happy she is.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
And we lived happily ever after.
If only you
I
had
hope
a
so.
weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Fuck everybody else. The world can wait.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Our world is right here.
If it's strong, man, it should.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
I mean, the way I'm seeing it, if we can fix her and go into this very ill-fated relationship, which started off all wrong, here's what I'm thinking. If we try to kill her, we die. The world ends. For all we know, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we get to be together with her, maybe at least for as long as we're in a happy relationship, the world gets to exist longer.
I mean, yes, it could
And maybe by the end of the experience, she will not want to destroy the world anymore.
be. It absolutely could be.
Love can be the answer, if you let it.
What do we do now?
Now we just hang.
Now we end the stream because it's gonna get mature.
What do you want to do?
We leave.
Yes. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
Exactly.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Aww.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
Next line from her. I kind of feel like ending the world.
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
I want to end the world.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
I want to kill you.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Okay.
Oh.
As long as she doesn't discover the internet, we can keep that away from her.
I want you to tell me what you want.
Do you want to end?
There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world?
You really should end the world.
I just want to leave and we can figure out the rest later. That kind of makes sense. If you want to leave, then let's leave.
I like the last one. It's completely open. And we just take it step by step. You want to leave? Let's get out of here. And when you feel like having coffee, then we have coffee. You feel like taking a nap, you take a nap. You know, live to fulfill your needs. Instead of like aspiring what other people tell you to do, just follow yourself.
We're trying
Eat
to
when you're hungry.
save the world, Skinner. Let's
Sleep
go.
when you're tired.
But if you want to leave, then let's leave.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The princess takes your
Oh, she's sparkling.
hopes of the
Aww.
entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Happy music?
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Hey, so far so good.
You and the princess walk up the stairs
Aww.
hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face.
Isn't that interesting?
The narrator is such an asshole.
That's a familiar move.
Yeah, dick.
Did I do that last time?
Yes.
Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
But wait. Time out.
Now the knife will come.
So, supposedly, according to the narrator, the princess has the ability to end the world. Let's just say she has reality warping powers, yes? Because she also made herself into a sword made of swords, made of swords, made of swords. Anyway, the narrator also has reality warping powers. We're
Yes.
evenly matched. If we just say that something happens, it does happen.
But maybe there's a limit to what we can do compared to
No.
what she can do.
I think it's just a matter of somebody has to like assume the role of a narrator and go, the door opens again. We leave. We have
just
cake.
don't realize the extent of our power yet.
I guess. An immovable force meets an immovable object. There is nothing immovable of a narrator. We have gotten rid of him before. We just need to do it again.
That is true. He has died several
He's
times
left.
before.
Yeah.
She's right, it isn't fair, but the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Just outlove him. Come on, please.
Enough with this true love nonsense, you just met her.
That's enough.
So, but every person you end up loving for the rest of your life, you have just met at some point.
Yeah, at some point, not 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, but it's always too like.
Mom, I met this guy yesterday and we're getting married next week.
Yeah, but even with the right person, in the first 2 minutes, it's just 2 minutes ago. The whole thing like, oh, this cannot be your true love for the rest of your life because you've only met 2 minutes ago. That's bullshit.
It's not that it cannot be. It's more you don't necessarily know yet.
I fully get that, but the narrator is a dick, so I'm arguing semantics with him. I'm trying to. It's not like you can hear me.
You don't always have to disagree. Like, he can have points.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I mean, along for the ride at this point.
With Smitten, I pelvic thrust the door into slinging open. Guess which one of you is the romantic pessimist? I'm romantic as fuck. In the right scenario.
You absolutely can be. I'm not really.
Yeah, I'm the romantic one despite Tifa.
I'm the practical one.
Yeah. It's like, what's with all of these roses? Do you know how much this cost? Imagine the amount of chocolate you could have bought me.
Well, yeah.
See?
Even your dad knows that by now. Like, his dad always brought me flowers because you didn't. I told you to never buy me flowers. So his dad actually used to buy me flowers so that I would get flowers.
It's true.
And at some point I told him that I don't like flowers because they'll just die. Just give me snacks instead. And now whenever his dad does come by, he brings snacks. Sometimes way too much snacks. But
Yeah.
he brings snacks nonetheless.
This is true. This is true.
Do you think you can open it?
Let's try it together.
I think we can open it if we try together.
Your
I
dad
think
is a
I've
real
got this.
digger. Yes, he is.
He
Sometimes.
can
Occasionally.
Be. He has his moments.
Maybe if we both bend reality together, we can do it.
I think it's cute if we try it together.
Yes, hand in hand.
Exactly.
While she still has both of them.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's the attitude. Let's do it.
We can do everything when we're together.
Exactly.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
Girls are yucky.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Okay,
two
okay.
can play that game. Narrator.
There's gonna be another door.
I don't care.
Told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs.
Oh, there's the knife.
The blade, that's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Can we break the blade? You are not doing that.
Take the blade and
If you slip.
We're not doing that.
Aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Yeah. Wait, whoa. Did we just learn the true objective of a narrator? You're enjoying taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world.
Oh,
The narrator wants to end everything, and for some reason when the princess dies, the world ends. The narrator is the problem. Always has been. But the narrator wants to end the world.
True, there's
Because
a
he's a
little snip
miserable little fuckwit.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Fuck the narrator.
there. No, well, it could be.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin,
And
and then you step outside.
There we go.
look at how cute.
A happy ending at last.
Now she's gonna kill us.
And she gets hit by a meteorite.
What should we do now?
Wait, why
That would
is
be rough.
why is the vision like becoming the long quiet?
I want to say it's because she's the only thing we see, but this is definitely the world morphing into something we don't want it to.
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Oh no.
Cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Why can't we be happy?
Oh no, she was finally. Oh no.
Well, we had a good one. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Oh no.
Find her?
We had a good 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
So now we found the loving part.
Well,
Off we go.
let's do it again. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled.
Are we gonna take the place of the princess?
You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin. Do you think maybe we'll like fuse with a princess?
The world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Okay.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
You tell me. Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? Probably not. There's trees and stars and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people. We are the princess. I mean, that would be kind of funny. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think we're real? I think I'm gonna go with there's trees and stars.
There's a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Okay, so we're immortal. Do you think that anything is real out there?
Are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
That's so deep. That stunned me for a second.
All of it is deep. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
That's a good one.
That's a good question.
Their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Oh, that's a direct answer.
Finally, I like that.
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening.
Oh,
Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Maybe
okay.
because of the more pieces and stuff she has, she can direct or answer more directly. What's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
I guess that's fair.
Yes. So, that line goes into the don't hire the princess thing. So, it says here you were late for work this morning. What happened? Did you oversleep? If I did, I would already be awake. Something like that. I need to spitball this. It needs work, but...
As long as you are happy with it. Destroy your body. I wonder what happens.
How many
if
more
you
vessels
do
do I need to bring in? Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
Going with this one. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
I'm romantic.
No, Tifa. There is no waiting forever. If you wait, you kill the game.
Yeah, true.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel? It's very sweet.
I forgot that point.
You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
You molded her to love you sounds wrong. Like we were grooming her to do this.
It's the, what's that syndrome called?
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome.
But we are not the person. Are we the person that put her?
Isn't there also a syndrome for someone who saved you? I'm quite sure that's a thing. There's no way that is not a thing.
I think there is, but I don't remember the name. But there is a thing about people who never answer. There is
and then
a
it's actually
thing
called that.
about people who undergo traumatic moments together to fall in love with each other, and usually it doesn't last because like.
Yeah, but that's a bit different. There is definitely a this person saved me, now I'm in love syndrome.
Yeah.
The opposite of Stockholm syndrome. It exists, I'm 100% sure.
The opposite of Stockholm.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing.
Copenhagen. Helsinki.
She has served her purpose.
Wow.
How many more vessels?
1.
Oh!
Oh.
Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Okay.
Ooh! So we're actually getting to the end next time.
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Ready to
Okay.
go back?
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
I kind of regret that this is not our last run.
Yeah,
I feel like this
same.
should have been the next one. We're probably gonna try to kill her again. This should have been the last one. To end it on a good note.
Well, next time we can also take the blade along, but still talk to her first. You know, try to understand why she is there.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
And there we go again.
Give me the mouse.
Yeah, I'm gonna save here.
Yes, give me the mouse.
Path.
There we go. Well, you could play again, and again, and again.
I mean,
and
that is
again,
true.
And again, and again, and again.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Even though I think after like you're through with this game, it's not a game I could immediately play again after you combine through all of the options. But it's definitely a lot of fun. Where is this button? Here.
Yeah. I wanna, like, when we... Okay, so let's unravel this. She said that she needs one more vessel to draw in the others and when she's complete.
Yeah, so we need one more story bit.
We need to bring her one more different body, I guess, at least. And given that so far this game has been very multiple choice and you choose your own adventure.
In between, because apparently we don't get notifications anymore. Paul, sorry, mispronounced it. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it.
Oh yeah, why didn't I see that?
Yeah,
Thank
we
you
also
very much.
had some
Oh,
earlier.
no! It's Billy Girl also followed us. Because I turned off the
chatting-
sounds. Why doesn't the chat react to
There
that?
should have been one in chat. That's what I mean.
I will need to fix this. For everybody that followed us, I'm sorry. It was on the screen.
Appreciate it if you
We
can still hear
didn't
us.
see it until now. Sorry. Okay, back to what I was trying to say. The different routes through the game until you create a vessel for her to then take is very multiple choice. Like you make, even if you make just slight variations in your choices, it becomes a different story in the end.
It will also force you on certain paths.
So, Psycho, I think you've played through the entire game. Tell me if this is a dumb idea or not. I'm saying next time we do one more route. You can choose whatever we do. And when we get to the long quiet, we save. And then we go through the couple, I guess there's going to be like a couple options to go through from there. So you make like a save there. Then we explore what different endings are there from what we've done so far.
Well, we can see that when we have several options that go in different directions.
I would imagine that's how it turns out.
We can see that
Okay.
when we get there. Psychological horror taking soul on Tifa. Not even that, but it's a bit like with Omori and stuff, for example, as well. I feel like at that point it's too fresh in mind to immediately go through it again. It's too... Yeah, too fresh is actually the correct thing. This is a game I would definitely go for again, but there needs to be a big time frame in between.
Yeah, it's like certain movies. I watch them and I'm like, this is really good. I would recommend this movie to people, but I don't need to watch it next week yet. Maybe in a year or two or whenever, but not right now.
Basically, and if I've seen the options and the different endings in this one, that's good for me.
I would finish
I'm
one
really
playthrough
enjoying it.
normally. Alright. Did 4 back-to-back playthroughs of Fire Emblem Three Houses. That's good for you.
You can't compare the games though. That's a completely different gameplay kind of thing. This is mainly story.
I mean, Fire Emblem Friends is also mainly story, but it's
But you also
four
have-
different stories after a certain point.
Yeah, but you also have the game bits in it. You can skip the whole story and just focus on the gameplay bits.
Yeah.
And here you don't really have that because it's just story.
I mean, I understand why some people do it, and honestly, I find it amazing if somebody can play through... I don't want to say the same game, because I know the story is different, and therefore I guess like the way the story unfolds and the gameplay becomes a bit different.
We say after finishing stuff like virtue's last reward, when you
Yeah.
basically do the same thing.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I wanted to say. There are some games, there are very few games for me, where I can go for all endings, like 999. I mean, technically, not counting the true ending part, just like
As long
wanting
as
to
it's
experience
different.
all of it. And Virtue's Last Reward and a couple other games that I can't think of right now because I'm bad at these things. But for something like Fire Emblem, I don't think I could play all four back to back to back. It depends on the game, but it's different for everybody.
How
I guess.
invested you are in it in that
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you really love it and you just need more, and then you realize, oh wait, there's a whole different like way to get through the game, and that's awesome. And it's a good thing that there's more. But
Honestly, I can't even really complain because I still play RuneScape and there you do the same thing for hours. And then you do it again, so
Yeah.
it's like, you know.
I mean, similar thing with Baldur's Gate 3. Your own playthrough, you're like what, 80 hours in?
Something like that.
60.
Yeah.
I think you're a bit under me, like 60 hours, I think.
I'm not sure.
And we're playing one together where we go all evil.
It was just really hard because Jack was like, oh no, I want to help her. We're evil. We're gonna help her.
So-
we are evil. We don't help people.
We both, in Baldur's Gate 3 in our playthrough that we do together where we want to be evil, we both pick characters that are drows, like the dark elves. And one thing that keeps happening, because these drows, are they drows or drows? How do you pronounce that right?
I say Dro.
Those, the dark elves. Traditionally, those are evil characters. Because of their culture and stuff, they're very murdery, barbarian kind of people. So every now and then you go to a place and you encounter other characters and they go, oh my god, you're a drow, you must be a murderer, you are here to kill me. And when I go in character, I will, like, I know you are a good person from my playthrough, my interaction with you was different, but now you're just being racist. So I'm gonna kill you. And when I do that. And then there are some characters that are not immediately racist assholes to me, and then I go, well, let's just talk to them.
It doesn't matter. No, that's not part of an evil playthrough.
My character has a creed. I don't just want to murder people for the chance of murdering them. I want to have a reason for that. And if they're being racist assholes,
that is not
then
the playthrough.
that's a good. It's my playthrough. It's how I
No,
play
this
my
is-
character.
This is the path we both decided on and that we now need to stick with.
But
with the
this-
exception of animals.
But this is role playing. I'm in
You're
the
not
role
allowed
of
to
my
change.
character.
You're not allowed to change.
But I'm in the role of my character.
Still can't get over the headache I went through with the high elf and lack of concentration there.
Well, again, if you play on PC, you can probably mod that in with a few clicks. But
And yes, the
Yeah.
reason to kill them is that they
Lore.
exist. That's all the reason we need. But that's for another time. Maybe one day we'll do like a Baldur's Gate playthrough. That could be fun. And then we'll see how it ends up.
fuck a mod. Are you trying to advertise for yourself? Because you're a mod narrator. You'll see what? What do I see? That I play on PC and I can use mods?
Y'all see the end of Stream Dance because it's about time to head to bed.
Pics of a
That
Fallout
was a
TV
good.
show.
That was a good one. Fuck you.
Nah, I think I'm good. Yes, it was. Please press the button, Tifa.
But I see.
Thank you everybody for hanging out with us and not slaying the princess this time. We'll be back tomorrow
nice.
with probably the end of Slay the Princess. See you then. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, thank you.